What's happening, folks? All right, let me just check and make sure I'm on all platforms here. What's happening Facebook down here, which is connected to this mic, and what's happening YouTube up here, which is connected to this device. How you guys doing? And today, I wanted to do a live kind of discussion on how to overcome a objection that we all hear a lot. How many people, by a show of comments here, if you can, how many people have had people tell them that their product, service, or opportunity is too expensive, even after they seem to be interested, even after they've seen the price, and even after you went through all the features and things on it, they still say at the end of the day it's too expensive? How many people have had people say that their product, service, or opportunity is too expensive? Just comment yes. I'm sure everyone has heard it. If you're on YouTube, comment yes. If you're on Facebook, comment yes. Now, what we're going to talk about is, number one, we're going to talk about the psychology of why people would say that after they've shown interest. And next, we're going to talk about how to overcome that and potentially get your customer to spend money with you or to join you. So this is a very popular topic, and I get it all the time. And so let's just jump into this. If you have a product, service, or opportunity, if you have done all the correct things to attract this customer and they've seen the price and they still say it's too expensive, what do they mean? What are they saying really? They're saying it's too expensive out of their mouth, or they're saying they can't afford it, or they're saying they don't have the money. But what does it actually mean? What are they saying behind that they're not telling you directly? Well, let's jump into that. And first of all, let me just say hey to everyone that's on. Hello, blessings. How you doing? And anyone on YouTube here? Okay, how you doing on YouTube? So, let's just talk about this. Now, if a person says they can't afford to join, or they can't afford to buy your product or service, or it's too expensive, here is what they're really saying. They're saying this: it is not important enough for me to buy it right now. That's what they're saying. It is not important enough to me to buy it right now. What's up, my man Solomon Palasanto up here? I appreciate you coming on, brother. How you doing? All blessings to you. Sharp brother right there. And so that is what they're saying, folks. So either two things have happened. Number one, you may not have qualified that customer properly and put them in a position to purchase. Or number two, it did not become important enough for them to buy it right now. Or last but not least, the value of what you're selling or what you're offering to the customer did not exceed the price. So how do we move on to that? Well, first of all, let's talk about what the customer is actually thinking and what they're doing. Now, if you have a product, it's $24, or you have something that's $100, and your customer says it's too expensive, I can't afford it, then we all know that, hey, the reason why they can't afford it is because they're not ready to spend the money and they don't feel like it's important enough for them to have it right then and there. But let's just break down this psychology here. People buy stuff they can't afford all the time. Not being able to afford it or afford it is irrelevant. Think about it. The average house costs more than $200,000. Do people have $200,000 on them? Heck no. What do? They find a way to buy the house. Whether they have to get a loan, whether they have to borrow money, they do what they have to do to buy the house because it is important to them. When a person buys a car, they've been looking at it. They do what they have to do to buy the car. If a person is buying a video game, a TV, or anything on Black Friday, they do what they have to do to make the purchase. Right. So that's not a plausible excuse. So let's talk about how to overcome this. First of all, if a customer has been properly qualified and they're interested, and let's say that their budget, they quoted their budget, and what you're selling and what you're offering is well inside their budget, and at the end of the day they still say they don't have the money, or it's too expensive, or they can't afford it, then here is what we have to do to overcome that objection. Now, for those of you who are getting tons of sales and maybe you already met your sales goal, you may not want to interact further with the customer or further with the prospect because hey, you've already probably met your sales goal or you met your quota that you wanted to meet. But if you really want to get as many sales as you possibly can for customers who are interested and you want to take the time to overcome this objection, then at the end of the day, it'll be worth it because how to get them to move forward, how to get them to take action and make a purchase is just going to be a small little thing on your part that you can do. So here's thing number one. As a business owner, as a person who is basically offering that product, service, or opportunity, you have to increase the value of that product, service, opportunity to that customer. Again, you have to increase the value of what you're offering to that customer because if you increase the value, then what's going to happen is the value that you increase it to or how you increase that value is going to exceed the price they're going to pay, and customers will always buy something that is more valuable than what they're paying for it, right? So value is a lot different. So how do we do that? So I'm going to go into how you can actually compare what the customer is missing. All right. So let's talk about this. If you have a product, let's say it's a service product, and it's going to save a customer $15,000 a year, then what you have to do is you have to go back and you have to emphasize to the customer, say, listen, this product is or this service is going to save you money. So how you relate that to them is you don't say it's going to save you money. You got to say it in context of where it's going to hurt them. So you have to say it like this. You have to say, well, listen, I know right now you said that, it's too expensive, but I want you to think about something. It's going to cost you more if you don't have it now than if you do purchase it later on. So you have to go back and you have to make sure that you are enforcing that the customer is getting more value by being able to purchase now. And you got to enforce what it's going to cost them if they don't have the product. You got to remind them that because it's always going to cost them something. The reason why they buy the house is because it's going to cost them something if they don't buy it now. The reason why they buy the car, it's going to cost them something. The reason why they join the business is because it's going to cost them something. So you have to reinforce what it's going to cost them. And then here's another thing that I do. If somebody buys a product of mine and they say, man, it's too expensive, you know what I say? Well, aren't you worth it? What is the customer going to say? No, I'm not worth it. No, you're now making the customer feel important. So if they say, hey, it's too expensive, hey, well, aren't you worth it? All right, aren't you worth spending some money on yourself? Aren't you worth, being able to get yourself into a business that's going to, give you more time freedom? Aren't you worth, being able to purchase, a product that's going to make you happy, that's going to fulfill what you need? Aren't you worth getting a service that's going to enhance your life? Make the customer feel like they are $1 million. If they feel like $1 million, they're going to want to spend $1 million. So make sure that you are enforcing that, hey, this is worth it. Do something for yourself. Again, you want to enforce, number one, what is going to cost them by them not having the service or product or joining. And number two, make them feel like they're 10 times worth more than what they're buying. Those are combinations that is going to absolutely be able to help you overcome that objection. They work for me. Now, there is a way, and I can't teach this because it's too powerful, and I'm going to have to make sure you guys on the webinar do this. There is a way that is 100% bulletproof that closes a sale for me, I would say 99 out of 100 times. It always closes, and it's called the FOL method. Again, FOL method. And this method, I don't give it away because it is so powerful, and I feel like I'm going to be competing against people in my own marketplace. If I give this method away, man, you'll be closing a lot more sales. So I'm going to hold on to that method until we schedule a webinar or until I get you guys into a session to where I can teach it. But it is a very, very powerful method, and it will 100% of the time overcome a lot of objections. And again, I know some of you guys are going to ask me what the FOL method is. You've never heard of it. You're going to probably Google it. It's not anything that you can find because it's something that I've actually taught in a seminar, and people who I've taught it to have actually blown their business apart with sales. So hold on to that, and I'll teach you. So hopefully you guys can overcome that objection. And what I want to reinforce is I've been looking back on some of these lives, and I do interact. And first of all, let me say thank you to everyone. And let me just say hello, Mr. Jason Harris. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Palosanto. And again, definitely if you're on this live, make sure that you are interacting because, I want to hear from you. What are some challenges that you've had with being able to overcome the objections of customers saying your product, service, or opportunity is too expensive, and it's valuable. So, a lot of you have heard that before, and hopefully we can give you some suggestions to overcome it. And let me remind you, what I am doing is, yes, I am going to give you guys a free session on attraction marketing. I'm going to teach you guys how to attract credit card waving customers who are maniacs ready to buy whatever it is you are willing to put out. And I'm going to have that course as long as I have enough people that are interested. So if you are watching this live, definitely let me know where you're from, in this. If you're watching this on a recorded version, just let me know that you were here. And I'm going to ask the question, how many people would love to attend a online attraction marketing course? I'm going to teach it, and it's going to be very powerful. I'm going to break down what attraction marketing is. I'm going to break down methods step by step on how you can use it, and you're going to have a skill set that is going to be extremely powerful. So you can use this in any niche. It's attraction marketing. It's going to teach you how to get customers to come to you with credit card in hand, ready to buy, or how to even get leads without even thinking about it. So it's an attraction marketing course. I'm going to do it for free, and I want to make sure I have enough people. So once I have enough people who are interested, just comment and say interested in the course. Make sure, if you're on YouTube, make sure you comment interested in the course. If you missed this video about how to overcome objections, make sure you watch it back. Again, it may be some good insight that you can use on how to overcome the objections that people say, hey, it's too expensive. And again, the series that I'm doing is called Insider Secrets. I'm giving you guys pretty much the inside secrets of what successful entrepreneurs are doing, what I've done. And again, I've learned this from 6 and 7 figure earners. I've used it myself. I've been in this industry selling products and services for well over a decade, and I've been very successful with it. So again, as soon as I see, and thank you to Mr. Jason Harris, he's interested. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to watch, and if I have at least 25 to 30 people, I'm going to create a registration page, and you guys are going for your free attraction marketing lesson. And trust me, once I show you these techniques, once you understand the psychology, you guys are going to be deadly in the world of sales and marketing. You guys are going to be dangerously powerful. I'm almost scared to teach it because you guys are just going to be like way too powerful. So again, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully what I was able to share with you helped you. And again, if you are late coming to this video, if you're on YouTube, just comment and say hi and let me know you're here. I'm not going to bite you. We were just talking, if you're late getting to the party, we were talking about how to overcome an objection that people say when they say your product or service is too expensive, or they can't afford it, or they don't have the money. That's what we're talking about. And I just gave some solutions to solve that problem. So folks, with that said, I'm not going to hold you too long. It's a beautiful Saturday. Go out and enjoy it. And remember, make the rest of your life the best of your life. And I will see you guys on the next Facebook Live. And remember to comment if you are interested in the free attraction marketing course. And thanks again, guys. God bless.